Yo, what is up, guys? It's Evan Trades, and we are back. We are back with another video, and in this video, I'm going to be going over how to find intraday bias and how I find it personally to help me trade better, basically, and hopefully to help you guys. Uh, Hopefully to help you guys understand it better, how to find it, and it's very easy. It's not complicated at all. Once you understand it, it'll help out your trading a lot, and I'll explain more, elaborate more on what I mean by that. Right. So I made a community poll about a few days ago, and most of you guys chose how to find intraday bias over SMTs. I feel like doing that more, making community polls to figure out what videos you guys want more. So I think I'll start doing that. Doing that more. So. Uh, Without wasting any more time, actually, before I start the video, I just want to say I'm not a financial advisor. Do not claim to be one. I simply just uh, share information that has helped me become a good trader. That's it. I'm not a financial advisor. So getting right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is what is intraday bias. Well, intraday bias, there's two types of biases to have. There's daily bias, of course, that everyone knows. And then there's daily bias that everyone knows, and then there's intraday bias. Okay, intraday bias. And it's just as how it sounds, right? Intraday. Um, Daily bias can mean, where you think the market's going to go in the next few days, 3, 4 days. Intraday bias is where you think the market's going to go that day, right? Your target for that day. So let me draw something out for you guys. So let's say market's coming up, right? Coming up. Okay, so let's say this is the daily time frame, right? Okay. Let's say this is the daily. All right, we just displaced up, created a fair value gap, came down, right? And I made a video not that long ago about internal to external, right? Make a high right here. This becomes our external range liquidity. And we trace down into this daily fair value gap, which is our internal range liquidity. And how does the market move? It moves from internal to external to internal to external every single day, right? So when price comes down to internal range liquidity right here, we can expect it to retrace back up to here. So if this is the daily, right? If price goes internal to external, this becomes our daily bias, right? This right here becomes our daily bias. Right? This is our daily bias, our higher time frame bias. Okay, and now intraday bias, right? What is intraday bias? Well, it's just where you think price is going to go intraday, right? With more structure. So let's say we zoom in. Okay. See, price comes up. Oh, why is it doing that? Price. Okay, we got a nice expansion move. Okay, boom. Okay. So now we're zoomed in, right? Now we displace up. Oh man, that's annoying. Okay, price comes up. We displace up. Let's say this is the 1 hour. Okay, so looking at this, this is the daily, right? This whole range is the daily. Okay, and now zooming in, say this is the 1 hour. Okay, we displace up, come back down. We retrace into this 1 hour for value gap. Okay, and we leave this high up here. And what did we just talk about? Internal to external range. So we can expect price to retrace back up to this external high. And since the range is a lot smaller, right, and it's not a lot of points, 120 points, that's completely reachable in one day. It doesn't happen, maybe a lot, but it definitely happens. It's possible. So this high, when we're zoomed in, this high becomes my intraday bias. God, I could never type on videos. I'm so sorry, guys. This high becomes our intraday bias because within today, right from 6 a.m. or from 10 a.m. all the way till, from the opening New York bell to market close, right? We can expect price to reach this high within the trading day, right? That's what I've been meaning to say. Within the trading day, we expect price to hit this high. And the most important part about finding intraday bias also is that you always want it to be aligned with your daily bias because the probability of your trade is automatically going to be higher. Because you can't have a bearish daily bias and take a bullish intraday bias trade, right? I mean, you can. It's definitely like you can definitely still win, trades like that, but it's the probability is much lower, very much lower. There's definitely traders out there that are skilled enough that have been doing for a while. I mean, where they don't need daily bias, definitely possible, but this is just for basically just to have higher probability with your trades. I mean, that's what you want. So how I find it and how you should find it is, after finding your daily bias, you zoom in to like the 1 hour, the 15-minute, whatever you find your model on, your internal model on. You find within that range, that swing high or swing low, that price is most likely to reach to within that same trading day. And that's all it is. And you're aiming towards that intraday bias, which is also aligned with your external bias. So hopefully I explained that good. And I want to show you guys on the chart also, so it's a little more clear for you guys. So I started out first saying you want, at least for me, I want to always have a daily bias first before I find an intraday bias. That's crucial to my trading, and I think it should be crucial for others too. So we're on the 4-hour chart right now, and looking at the 4-hour, let's see. Today's July 15th, 2024, and Monday. So let's see. Looking at the 4-hour, let's try to find our higher time frame model. We just swept sell side, right? Just swept sell side. We displaced up. We're in this huge imbalance, which might scare traders, but you don't want to focus on this. You want to focus on what price is telling you right now. You want to put into consideration, but you don't want to. You want to focus on what price is telling you right now. So this is how I would find intraday bias on real time. So let's go back actually to this. So price swept sell side. We displaced up, created this other 4-hour fair value gap. Right. Write that out. Okay. Now looking at this automatically, we can expect price to reach this high. We're creating a market maker buy model in the making. Okay. So this is my daily bias. Put that right there. So you guys can read it. Daily bias. Identified my external model. Okay, now our next job is to find intraday bias. We want to zoom in to the 1 hour or the 15-minute. So in this case, the 1 hour, what do we have here? We are now in this range, the 1 hour range, right? Where highs and lows are easily accessible to, price. So what do we have here that I noticed? Well, we have this high right here, right? This high, if we are bullish, this high is my intraday bias. This becomes my intraday bias. Because within this trading day, Monday, July 15th, within this trading day, price is most likely able to reach this high within this trading day, right? And like I said, most importantly, our intraday bias is aligned with our daily bias. So after that is how I find my intraday bias. Simply starting on the daily and 4-hour ranges, finding my drone liquidity, finding my model, zooming in to the 1 hour here, and finding the swing highs and swing low within the 1 hour 15-minute range that align with my external bias and aiming towards there, right? So with taking the trade part, now that we've found our intraday bias, right? Now that we found our intraday bias that's aligned with our daily bias, we now want to look for a trade. So with my model, start on the daily, 4 hour, find our daily bias, zoom in, try to find a fair value gap, aiming towards our intraday bias. Okay, so after identifying our external model, okay, now this becomes our internal model right here. Right, we expect price to go up to this intraday bias, this level right here. So right here we come into this 15-minute fair value gap. I'll try to make this quick because this wasn't the point of the video, but I just want to play it out so you guys understand how it, goes in your favor if you align it. So we're in a 15-minute fair value gap. What's price telling us? Well, we just swept this, we came up, rejected this. That might mean we're bearish, right? Maybe. But we want to keep on waiting and waiting. So after seeing this, identifying our internal model, zoom into the 1 minute. Okay, we try to find our internal model here also. So we have a low here. We want to see what price does. Okay. Wow, so came down, swept sell side over here. Came down, swept sell side again, displaced back in the range. So price is telling me that we want to go to this high. So if the market gives us an opportunity, we'll take it. Right? So let's see. Personally, I wouldn't recommend taking this for value gap when it's straight up like that. I personally would wait for more structure to validate that we do want to go higher. So in this case, came back down, created a higher high, higher low, sorry. Oh my gosh. Created a higher low right here, displaced up again, and so basically price is telling me that it wants to go higher. And I could confidently take this trade right here. Put it just below this candle open for a nice 2 to 2.9 RR. Now let's see if we get filled in. We do. Comes down, wicks it, respects it, and should be off to the races. Yep. All right. So that is a trade you could take using intraday bias. But that initially, before the trade that I showed, that is how you find it. So let's go over everything I just showed you right now, but quickly because I don't want to keep you guys here forever. So basically, finding intraday bias for me, I need to start out with daily bias, right? I need to always start out with daily bias. So daily bias, right? We're bullish. We're in a market maker buy model. We came up here to this 4-hour, expanded up, right? Keep on expanding up. We expect price to come up here in the next few days. This is our daily bias. Zooming in to find our intraday bias. I want to go down to the 1 hour or the 15 minute, okay? Let's go down to the 15 minute, okay? Now we're on the 15 minute. Now ask yourself, what high or low on the 1 hour or the 15 minute are we most likely to hit today? Because that's what intraday means again. It means today, like within the same day, intraday, within the day, right? What high or low on the 15 minute or 1 hour are we most likely to hit today? And in this case, since this high is in alignment with my higher time frame bias, and we're on the lower time frame range, the 15 minute, this would be my intraday bias right here. I hope that wasn't too hard for you guys to understand. I mean, it's I thought it would be a lot easier to explain. I guess it's a lot easier in my head to understand it, but that is how I find my intraday bias. And it's fairly easy once you back test it, and once you try to see it in the market and you understand where I'm coming from, right? So to dumb it down, to put it into few words, you find your daily bias, and then on the 4 hour on the daily, you zoom in to the 1 hour or the 15 minute right here, and whatever your bias is, bearish or bullish, you ask yourself, what high or low on the 15 minute or the 1 minute, depending on what your bias is, what high or low are we most likely to hit today? And that is your intraday bias, right? Not this. This isn't your intraday bias. This is your, when you're zoomed into the 1 minute, this is your, not this. This is not for your intraday bias. This is your intraday bias. Your swing high or swing low. I want you to ask yourself that whenever you're back testing or you're in a trade, right? Not what high or low are we going to hit in 3 or 4 days, right? Like we are up here. What trade are we going to hit today? Today. Because one more time, I know you guys are probably annoyed of hearing it, but intraday, right? You got to keep on reminding yourself that intraday, within the same day, within the same trading day, what high are we most likely to hit the same trading day? All right, and I'm going to leave it off at that. All right, and I really hope you guys found this video helpful. Please drop a comment if you guys have any questions. Please, I'd love to answer them for you. I'm really trying to grow my audience, and I'm really trying to grow and help more people every single day, or every single time I upload. And I'll start doing more community polls too. Please share it with your friends. I mean, hit that subscribe button too. Hit the like button. Please, I just really want to help so many people, and I never want to be like any of those fake gurus, man. I just want to be a realistic person trying to help people and get better at trading. That's all I want. All right. Just want you guys to know that. And but yeah, make sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. And if you guys have any video recommendations that you guys want to see, drop a comment on that also. Right. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Right. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys have a good one. Peace.